My name is Kara Garcia. I was a senior at Steinbrenner High School, and I'm going to Palm Beach Atlantic to study marine biology. I first got saved when I was 4, but it doesn't really mean anything. So this year at camp, I got rededicated. Camp last year was really just a big turning point, because I had gone to camp ever since middle school, since it started, and it was more just about going and having fun and doing the sports. But last year was just different, just with the leaders that we had in the group, and everybody just helped you open up and realize what you really needed to do to grow closer. It wasn't just about, like Kelly says, having a religion. It's more about a relationship with God, and He'll always be there for you. Tara was definitely a big influence on me last year because I struggled a lot last year, and she just sort of kept me going towards Christ, and then camp kind of was just the final breaking point. So I don't think I would have rededicated it without her as one of my teachers, and then this year my teachers just kept me strong too. In the past 4 years, God has really just taught me your mistakes don't define you. He forgives you, and if you mess up, you shouldn't just dwell on that and push Him away. It's more about Him forgiving you and you just staying strong and using the situation to grow closer to Him and not just hiding.
My name's Sarah Stannard, and I went to Sun Lake High School. I will be going to UF in the fall, and I'm from South Carolina. I got saved when I was 16 years old at Idlewild. My brother and I made the decision to walk down after coming to the church for about 2 years, and it was a big step for us because I'd been feeling the need to for a while. Soccer was my God, and I've been playing for 13 years, so it was a huge force on my life, and I put that before everything. I didn't come to Wednesday night, didn't come to church because I was in tournaments, and then my sophomore year I broke my leg and I tore my knee, and it completely ripped soccer away from me. I had scholarship offers that were down the drain, and basically I can't play soccer anymore, so I was left with nothing. And when you love something so much and it gets ripped away from you, you're really left with nothing, and that's when I turned to God. So it just taught me that if you value things, they're always going to go away, but God's always going to be there for you. I started attending Idlewild when I was about 14, but I didn't get involved with the student ministry until I was 17. I met Gabby on Facebook and looked at all the events, and I finally got the nerve to join, and it looked like a lot of fun, and ever since I started coming regularly. My advice would be to get involved, because you never know who you're going to meet. And I've met some of my closest friends who I can talk to about anything, and they're going to be there. It's not like other friends where it's just there for the moment. So my advice would definitely be to get involved as soon as you can.
I'm Sarah. I'm a senior at Steinbrenner High School, and I'm going to Samford University up in Birmingham, Alabama. I've been attending Idlewild for about 9 years now, but I didn't get involved in the student ministry until late in my middle school years and early in my high school years. And then I've been going to camp ever since. I've been saved from a very early age. I grew up in church, but it wasn't until my junior year at high school camp that I rededicated myself. When I was going to camp, I wasn't expecting to really, have an epiphany, I guess, a spiritual epiphany, but it was really good, especially during the worship and the messages. It just hit me. It just really clicked, and that's when I finally decided to rededicate myself. At camp, all the girls on my team, we decided to start a Bible study on Sunday nights, and it's just been really nice. We've gotten really close, especially amongst all the senior girls, and it's just been really good. We're all still really good friends, and we're there for each other. Don't be afraid to show your faith. It's really hard to give in to peer pressure and what everybody's doing, especially in public high school, but it's really easy to get involved in Christian clubs, especially clubs like Legacy or FCA. It's really easy to get involved. You'll see who's there for you, who the Christian people are in your campus, and especially teachers too. It'll surprise you.
I'm Pamela. I grew up in Tampa. I go to Sickles High School. I'm a senior, and I'm going to go to Lee University. I grew up in a Lutheran church, and it's much different from a Baptist church, and there was no youth group. I was not connected at all. I just went on Sundays with my family, and I grew up in a Christian school, so it was just you were a Christian when you were there. But my best friend Sarah took me to camp after sophomore year, and I really got connected with everyone there, and ever since then I've been coming to Idlewild, and the summer after junior year I got baptized. Over the course of all 4 years, God's kind of taught me patience and that to choose my friends wisely, because those are who you're closest with and those who will shape you in all the decisions you make. So if you have a close-knit Christian-based friends, you're going to make good decisions and really grow in your faith. On Sunday nights, we set up a girls' Bible study, and we all got really close because a lot of stuff was talked about, like personal things, and it was really nice to have girls to relate to, and we all got really connected, and we're all still really close, and we all keep each other accountable for everything, and that's good because you need girls that you can relate to and can help you with your walk with God. To an underclassman, I would tell them that the decisions you make now are going to affect your future. So if you really make good decisions, you're not only representing yourself, you're also representing Christ if you're a Christian. So you need to be conscious about what decisions you're going to make.
My name's Liz Blair, and I went to Citrus Park Christian, and I'm going to Pasco Hernando Community College. I've been coming to Idlewild my entire life, and so when I was like 6, I got saved, or thought I got saved, and got baptized and all that stuff because basically everybody else in my family had already done it. Then it really wasn't till last year at camp that I realized how much of having a relationship with Christ was important, and that I really couldn't just be, going to church and knowing all the answers like I always had. I actually had to have a relationship, realizing that you have to get over the fact of just walking forward when you're little. Like, if you've done that, that's good and everything, but you need to make sure that you actually meant it, and it actually impacted you and changed your life and how you act and the way you communicate and how you live your life for Christ, instead of just doing it just because. Rely on God and actually have a relationship with Him. Don't just come to church and do it just because everybody else is or because your parents expect you to do. Actually have a desire to have a relationship with Him, because when you do, it's unbelievable.